Attention bobsled riders! You will soon be embarking on a thrilling podcast down the icy slopes of the Matterhorn, so please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the bobsled at all times. Auf Wiedersehen!
Hello, Yodlers. We are the Matterhorn Yodlers. I'm your host today, Jackie, and we have...
G-Fifth.
I'm your tour guide, Peter. Peter here today.
And today, we're kind of bringing an old episode.
One of our first.
Yeah.
It was episode 3 or 4.
Something
It
like
was-
that.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's a good one, so if you haven't heard it, go back and listen. Our audio's, OG audio.
One microphone.
Yeah. It was early podcast days, but it was a fun
Recorded
episode.
in our parents' living room. I remember recording that episode.
And the episode was A Day with Walt. So if you could bring Walt Disney back for one day to Disneyland, what would you do?
It was released August 30th, 2020. It was our 4th episode.
Yeah. And so we thought, it would be fun to bring this same idea back, but instead of Disneyland, we would bring Walt Disney to Disney World, a park that he dreamt of, but never got to experience.
Right.
And so we're going to go by what we would want to do with Walt.
What would you do with
You get
Walt?
to do
What would
you get to do anything with Walt. Last time, let's recap what I did last time. I robbed a bank
Yeah.
with Walt, where we were wearing masks of Walt, and then we quickly escaped to Disneyland. There was some riverboat gambling.
Yeah.
We did watch Indiana Jones at the movie theater.
Right.
There was a movie theater there at the time.
Oh, yeah, before they bulldozed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bulldozed it. And then what else did we do? We did Jungle Cruise. We were shooting guns
Yeah.
at the hippos. Jet skis, Rivers of America.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about the jet skis.
What was the other? There was another big thing. But riverboat gambling with Walt
that
was
was the takeaway. Was
Yeah.
the riverboat gambling.
it
with
just
Walt.
showed you like what we were doing.
And I tried using AI to recreate that, and it doesn't work. It wasn't working out. the way
Walt
I
Disney
wanted.
wearing a Walt Disney mask. Walt.
Well, just Walt
Just
Disney
gambling.
gambling on a riverboat.
I think Disney has bought all Walt Disney rights where you cannot mess with his.
I get some close ones that look like Walt, but it's not him like on like a riverboat.
They can never get the hands right.
Oh, the hands always look weird. They've got like 20 fingers. Yeah.
He's ready for the Texas Hold'em. I hold them all.
Yeah, so that was Japheth's day.
Peter had a nice moment where you were like,
Yes.
You just wanted to show around the park.
Yeah, I wanted him to experience his park the way he wanted to. I kind of just let him. He was in control of his own day, and I was just a fly on the wall sort of thing.
Yeah. And then mine was like I wanted to go to like
You wanted to learn the tea.
the gossip,
You
the
wanted
tea,
you
the
wanted-
things
That's
that
what I
wasn't
remember.
public.
The tea. I wanted to know the tea.
Yes. I didn't want I wanted to know like the behind the stories, not like the public well-known
Walt
stories.
Disney said this amazing quote that he never actually said.
he's like, actually, my assistant said that. He thought that I was going out and
I hated that quote. Rolly Crump said that quote, and I hated him for it.
I had a bellyache, and somehow he stepped in. It's like, Walt said this out of spite. Terribly disappointed.
Yes.
You're like, you just ruined part of my childhood.
Right.
So my approach with A Day with Walt at Disney World is I would take him like, he's never been. He knows the idea of what he originally wanted, which was Epcot, but
You're going to fly over in a plane like Homer Simpson and be like, you ruined it. It's even boring flying over it.
well, and I also am taking an approach of like if I'm taking a first time guest to Disney World, what are some things we would do? And I only have one day. And Disney World's quite big, so it's hard. So we would do the 4 parks 1 day challenge.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
I thought about that, but it's extremely difficult to do that.
So yeah, we would hit 4 parks 1 day, and it would just be me.
you do it in June, and you'd be like, "This is what you're putting your guests through. You chose this location.
Like,
How dare you?"
I didn't pick 4 theme parks, okay?
So yeah, we're gonna do 4 parks, and the only people that are with us is myself, Walt, and then I have a silent note taker and videographer.
Your husband doesn't even make the list.
No.
You're like, "Stay home. Don't ruin this for me."
No. A silent videographer, note taker that has to sign an NDA.
Boy,
Hey, man, you got legal here.
Yeah.
not me.
Nope, no legal.
I don't want any.
We don't want legal to know anything about what's going on.
I don't-
No records. No records of this.
I don't want any executives, any
We're going jet ski on
Imagineers.
in the World Lagoon, aren't we?
It's Jackie's turn. Let her finish. She's
talking.
she's
Sorry.
got to sign the
Sorry.
waivers before we get started. All right.
So like it is just a close knit, like something that he would feel comfortable just to freely talk and not feel pressure from like people bugging him.
Should make him shave his mustache. You look like Walt. No, I have no mustache. It's not me. Mustache, no mustache. See, not Walt. Leave me alone.
And so I thought, well, which park should I start off in? And I think I would go from high to low. So of what park he would enjoy the most. And I thought I would start off at Animal Kingdom.
He would enjoy that one the most.
I think Walt
Do
would.
you think he's gonna cry at which one? Which one's your last one? I can't
You'll
wait.
have to find
No,
out.
I can't wait.
You have to find out.
I wonder. I'm waiting in suspense.
Peter already knows, I'm sure.
You ruined it.
So I think Walt would actually enjoy Animal Kingdom. I think Animal Kingdom itself really is kind of off of the original
Disneyland.
concept of Disneyland, of like an experience, educational. It's very immersive. So I think, of course, we're doing a walk through the entire park, just so he can.
These are the bamboos. These are the other monkeys that swing around. That one's pooping.
Maybe not all of the animals, but
Let's look at the anteaters.
more of like the flow of things, the flow of the park and stuff, and some of the attractions that I.
What time of the year are you going, actually? I'm kind of curious. Because Animal Kingdom is brutal with all that cement.
I'm gonna say February.
February's a good time. Okay.
Yeah.
You're nice.
Well, because I'm gonna be there, so.
Fair enough.
So some of the attractions that I would want him to go would be obviously Avatar Land and do the 2 attractions there. And have him experience Avatar Land.
Avatar Land's nice at night, though.
Yeah, but the park isn't really open at night anymore.
That's what we're going to be doing at night. We're going to hunt antelope. Simba 1, Walt's in the park.
All right. We'll do the safari. We'll watch the Lion King show and the Finding Nemo show.
Okay.
And then we'll do Everest. So those are the main attractions and shows that we'll do at Animal Kingdom.
You're not doing the safari?
Yeah, I just said safari.
Oh, did you? Okay, I missed that.
Yeah. So those are the main things. And of course, while we're experiencing things, he's expressing his opinions on everything. And I'm telling
They got
Walt
the wrong shade of green on that tree.
everything.
That's Eisner.
Everything. Yeah, and I'm telling Walt, no filter. You only have 1 day here, so just go for it.
You find out he's like, has a gratuitous like mouth. You're like, oh my gosh, Walt. I can't show this on YouTube.
And then we would hop over to Hollywood Studios.
Whoa,
that's 2?
That's 2.
That's 2. Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Just because
Shocking us.
I think we wouldn't be at this park very long, first of all.
Because there's nothing open, or that it's really small.
It's small, and that, like, he really wouldn't have a whole lot to connect to. There's a lot of IPs and stuff that... So it would be a quick walkthrough of the park. The main attractions we would do would be Mickey's Runaway.
You just explain to him that this is a studio that nothing is actually filmed at.
Yeah. We do Mickey's Runaway, Tower of Terror. We do the Indiana Jones show.
You really like the Mickey one, I think.
Yep.
That's what I think. I think he would enjoy Mickey's. We would do Tower of Terror. We would watch the Indiana Jones show.
That would be great.
And then we would walk through Galaxy's Edge, but that's really all we would do at Hollywood Studios. I would expect him to have some confusing comments, like we all have confusing comments with Hollywood Studios.
What is this part?
Yeah. So you just crave up the studio, and now it's not a studio, and
It's
just
just
a bunch of random rides. Okay.
Yeah, where's the story? Yeah.
He like walks by the Muppet Show, is like, "Oh, Jim's got a show here. That's great."
Why isn't anyone here? And then we would take the next park, which is Magic Kingdom.
So that leaves Epcot at the bottom.
Shocker.
You ruined it.
We would go to Magic Kingdom. We would, of course, walk through the entire park, but some of the main attractions would be like Seven Mine Train I would want to do. I think you would really enjoy Haunted Mansion. Pirates, because classic. It would be fun to see Walt on Tron for some reason. I don't know.
Is he wearing a suit?
Yes.
He's got his like cigarette in one hand, and he's like, he's Disney pointing. He's like, don't put out my cigarette, all right? Not too fast.
I just it's a funny image to see Walt Disney on Tron.
Tron.
You just see him, I can see him put the cigarettes on. Let's light this candle, let's go. He's just, woo! And the cigarette flies out, hits a kid in the eye behind him. I was like, sorry, kid. He's like, I'm blind from Walt Disney.
It's one of those pictures that you just would have to have. And then we would go inside the castle and in the suite in there. I think he would enjoy going inside of a castle suite
I think you like that.
and experiencing that. And then I said Seven Mine Train, yeah. And then the last park we would go to would be Epcot. We would take the monorail.
Why last, Jackie?
Just because I chose Epcot last because Walt had so much vision for Epcot.
I have a dream.
And
the Disney execs will kill this park today. Yes,
it
today.
changed a lot. And, Roy Disney had an impact in that. And the executives had an impact in that.
There's no money.
This is not going to make any money.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like he will be more heartbroken. So
You're going to end his day with heartbreak?
no,
Okay.
well maybe.
How are you going to lift his spirits up in Epcot?
Well, okay. Well, let me finish my.
I'm just
Epcot.
curious.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just going along.
So we would take the monorail over because I know he enjoys the monorail and it's a longer stretch. So I think entering Epcot, he would enjoy that.
He's like,
It is a good ride because you
Yeah.
go inside Epcot.
Yeah.
So.
and he'll be like, that's nice. And he'll be like, put a big giant golf ball here.
What is this thing?
Yeah. And then
It's a ride. People
we
like
would
it.
we would do Spaceship Earth first.
It's one of the
It's one of the most like
Epcot-y
last
things.
Epcot.
Epcot 80.
Yeah. We would take a picture next to the new Walt Disney statue.
You have
What
the
is that?
real thing, and you're like,
What is
hey,
it? What does it look like you're doing, Walt? What does it look like you're doing right now, Walt?
what is he doing in the statue?
It would be like a gag picture. It would be so funny.
he's like, no. He takes his shoe and hits the no.
I think he would also enjoy the technology behind Moana's water feature, the new water feature.
What is the water feature? I don't.
I'm
not aware of it.
This new experience
Moana's Journey of Water.
where like
It's definitely the most modern take on a Epcot-y attraction you could have.
I didn't know Epcot could be a
Epcot-y attraction.
it became an adverb right
'Cause
there.
It really did. It really did. I'm making it a thing. Because basically, it's just kind of like a display of showing
Movement of water,
move-
but you control the movement of the water.
Right. They're just using Moana as the driving force behind the attraction.
Okay.
So
Even though
like
Moana
there's
isn't
different
really
water
there.
stations that you walk through, and like, you know, you wave your arms and the waves go up, and just different interactions. It came out this year, right?
This last year.
You can take him to Club Cool. These are the floors of stickiness.
Beverly
Oh, you should enjoy this Beverly.
You're like, haha, we do this to guests everywhere.
I remember I did that to Mark.
It's the rite of passage. First time to Epcot, let me gross you out with some Coca-Cola that sucks.
Yeah.
It's like the cruelest thing. It's like snipe
It was
hunting for
so
Boy
funny.
Scouts.
Mark went through all the flavors, but he didn't do Beverly. And I was like, "Oh, you missed one." And
'Cause I need
and
you
then-
to
and
do
then
this
he
for
did
me.
It, and he's like, "This is awful."
It's like when I fed you guys the Harry
Oh.
Potter jelly beans, and I took all the good ones, and I left like boogers and dust in there.
We would do the Guardians roller coaster because I've only heard amazing things.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
One of the best rides I've ever been on.
And I think he would enjoy the technology of it all. We would do Living with the Land, educational, relax, enjoy that point of view, and like the education that, you know, the plants are being used in restaurants and stuff, kind of based off of his original concept. We would do Soarin' to see the Leaning Tower of
the melting tower
melting
of
tower.
Paris. Of
Yes.
The Eiffel Tower.
the melting Eiffel Tower, yeah.
We would do the Frozen attraction, and then Ratatouille, and then we would eat.
Where would you take him out to eat?
We would go to France.
Oh.
I don't know. It'd be fun to go to France, you know, fake France with Walt Disney. Just to have a nice evening with him.
The restaurant upstairs was really nice.
Yeah. I've eaten the restaurant downstairs, but not the one upstairs.
Yeah.
That's the expensive one.
Yeah.
Which one? The upstairs one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that exists. I think it's one now. But I don't know. But basically, you know, my idea is, you know, he's gonna see Epcot, right? Obviously he's gonna be like, oh, this didn't work, or my original idea isn't here. But he's gonna see some of the good stuff, the good technology and stuff in it, and see the, you know, the potential.
You're going to show him the French show where the disgruntled French workers like, please do not sleep in my show.
We're gonna try to avoid depressing DCP, like Disney College Program cast members. No.
The ICP ones.
Yeah. But obviously the whole time he's gonna be talking, he's gonna be like, hate this, love this, hate this, right? And that's why I have a note taker and a video.
What are you going to do with the video?
And
Oh,
then
I'm going into that.
That's what
send it to
I'm
Bob Iger. And this is what Walt said. And
So-
Bob Iger's going to be like, what do I need to buy now?
And
sucks for the next guy.
And obviously, we would have the notes and stuff. We record everything, all of the positive, all the dislikes, all the pictures. And then I would submit it to the executives and the Imagineers. And, so, you know, obviously I have the rights to everything.
Obviously.
Obviously.
You signed all that paperwork in the beginning.
But I will give it to the executives and the Imagineers to review. And put a caution that this footage will be released to the public a year later.
I expect this to be addressed at D23.
Nope.
Because my thought is, yeah, I could give it to them, but they're going to be like, yeah, we don't care.
Correct.
And so, well, if I release it to the public's going to be like,
They're going to be like, that's deep fake. That's
Yep.
deep fake Walt.
Yeah.
It's not real.
No. It will be real. It will be believable.
Jackie has now been banned from Disney parks for trying to blackmail us.
I'm not blackmailing. I'm just saying.
What did you just do? I'm releasing this a year later unless changes are made. Like,
No, I didn't say changes. It was just like I want you to be aware of Walt's opinion, and the public will also know. So you can't lie to us.
so no cover-ups.
I'm not going to make any money off of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my idea.
I think you did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good day. It's a good solid
It's
It's
day.
still a good day. You
It
enjoy.
sounds exhausting.
Oh,
Really.
yeah. But
It's a
I mean,
lot.
if you're only alive once.
Push yourself, Walt. Push harder.
You're only alive one day.
We'll have a golf
You
cart.
you got two more theme parks left. Two more theme parks.
We'll have a golf
The
cart. We'll
animal
move
one
around.
the animal one was hard. Everything was so spread out there.
We'll have vehicles, golf carts, you know.
Get out of the way, Walt's going through.
But yeah, that's my day. J5th, what's your day gonna be with Walt Disney?
You know, I've been rolling around with this. The last one was so great. It's really hard to come up with anything that tops riverboat gambling with Walt's. And I feel like this will be a disappointment.
You could take over the Fantasia. Fantastic
We're
show.
riding the dragon. Wow! Ride him, Walt. He like takes over the steamboat Willie. Move over, Ariel. She like throws, swim, mermaid, swim. No. I know you guys were gonna do the park thing. My day will be kind of just like exploring Florida a little bit. And our first stop will be
Universal Studios.
Gator World
Gator World.
and Kissimmee.
You can see what's their they've got like a character there at Gatorland. I forget his name, but he's like Bigfoot, but he's different.
Oh.
And he's so funny.
Yeah, they're
I
just,
forget it.
I think it would just be fun just to take them to a sideshow attraction of just like we would drive down like I think it's the
This
80s,
is what your park inspired.
has inspired and drive down the death of Kissimmee. There's just the Ocala like road. I think it's the 187 because I used to drive
Look
it
at
all
the
the
giant
time.
wizard.
They sell knockoff versions of your merchandise.
Did you know the giant orange caught on fire?
Yeah, it did, but it's back up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, that's just the tourism, and I'd be like, hey, you did this right because all this is away from your park. Mm-hmm. And then I just want to just hang out with them outside of the park a little bit, go to Gatorland, and then just kind of like see kind of the touristy stuff, and then take like one of those like swamp boat rides, and we go like cruising the swamps. And we have like a guide, like just one
Are
of
you
the most.
shooting gators?
We're gonna go python.
Amos Moses.
We're gonna go hunting for pythons in the swamps. Right, they're an invasive species, and we're gonna do our part. So yeah, we're gonna go
Just
hunting.
do that.
For
Go to the abandoned Discovery Island.
Is that where they got all these snakes and stuff?
Why not? Yeah, it's been abandoned for many years.
It's
I'm
been
sure there's a lot of
bulldozed.
Did they finally bulldoze it because the guests were swimming
the
to it?
island. The island.
The stuff on the island.
Well, the stuff on the island is all trees.
Well, there was like
There was
facilities
water
there.
there.
No. That's something else.
Oh,
That's
okay.
river country.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
river country.
country's gone. Yes, there's an island.
Oh, okay.
That was the, you could call it the OG animal kingdom, but it was mostly just birds.
Oh.
We went in '92.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
Was it when we did river country and all that?
it was that same day. Yeah.
That same day. Yeah. I kind of remember like a bunch of birds and stuff. Yeah, it's just kind of like do a little like Florida outside. I really have no desire of doing like in park rides.
So if Walt's like, I want to see the park, and be like, no.
I was like, we'll get there. We'll go to Epcot. But yeah, I want to just like kind of cruise around like Florida, just like outside of the park, trying to get a little. I want to get to know the man outside of the park a little bit.
Convertible, you're cruising. People are wanting to see it. Is that
He's
going
all
well?
like, "Hey man, we had such a good time gambling on that riverboat that one day. I'm ready for round 2."
And I'm all like, well, let's just chill here for a little bit. Let's just do some swamp people kind of like things, and kind of just. I want to kind of get a little feel of it. And then we'll do that until about like noon, and then we make it back to the park. I kind of just want to go to Epcot, and not just to like I want to break your heart. I think there's some fun stuff in Epcot to do.
Is.
And so yeah, I would like walk with them and go like, hey, this was kind of their idea, like they were doing this and this. Listen to our podcast about what 80s Epcot was all about.
Right. That's right.
Because my brother thinks 80s Epcot was
the best.
Was
the best thing ever.
Yeah, and just walk around the park. I would definitely take him to Club Cool and be like, you have to drink this gross thing that everyone drinks.
I think the one.
I think he'll like it. He'll be like, you're creating
it.
magic. Everyone talks about this one place, and you're sharing culture
and it's
there.
free.
It is.
And Walt would actually appreciate that.
Probably.
I think so.
That would probably be one aspect that he would be surprisingly like all down for. He's like, this is amazing. This is a great thing.
And he would see people like laughing and just see them being who they are.
Yeah.
And from there, I definitely want to take him at future. I want to take him to Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
But I would want to play laser tag from different scenes and jumping in and out.
Right.
Burning Rome. and like I would just have like a group of like friends just playing laser tag and Spaceship Earth.
I would get his old Imagineer friends. You get Bob Gurr back out there.
I don't know who to bring. You think his old buddies?
Yeah, bring his old buddies that are still around.
And start do some good laser quest, a little laser tag game. Yeah, I would want to do that. After that, we're gonna go to Future World. We're gonna go to the World Showcase, and we're gonna go to each country and like just eat food from each one. We'll have like you get like 2 bites of like a meal, and then you get like a little dessert, and we go from each country doing that.
Are we talking food and wine festival type
like
of
a
food?
festival?
No, just regular
like
day.
in the
Regular day.
country?
Food and wine's just crowded, and like I think he'd be really mad.
Food and wine is now considered the worst festival out of all.
Well, they
of them.
started in August.
It
now.
used to be the best.
It used to be the best. Now it's considered like the worst. I
Now
think
it's like Flower and Garden is the best.
Flower and Garden and the Arts one.
Yeah.
Those two people
I
really
like Flower and
enjoy.
Garden because it's the prettiest.
It's very pretty, and you get the butterfly.
The Butterfly Garden.
That's really nice. No, I don't want to do food and wine because I think that would be the part that makes them really disgust. There's like people are paying
And they're all
like $12
drinking
and they're drinking, and it gets really stupid around that time at night. And as I said, we're just gonna go to each country.
You pick the day, the one of the 3 days where there's not an actual festival happening at Epcot.
Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah, I would just want to like try different foods and just hang out.
Yeah.
Go to Norway and we like throw foam axes at like Leif Erikson, the statue, and I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't go to any like the shows or anything. I would do the American Experience. I would want to sit with him and like get a feel of his like American patriotism.
Yeah,
you
would love
that was a great
one.
character that he had, and he valued the American values and the American dream. And like that pavilion is it's beautiful. They do such a great job. We'll listen to the Voices of Liberty. Is that what it is?
Yes.
That's always like moving, and like everyone comes in and you just feel like everyone's there to experience America and to hear the story. And I think you'd really like just seeing like Mark Twain and Benjamin Franklin, lead the American experience. So yeah, do that. And then we would just go country to country, just like eating some good food and just chilling
vibing.
and vibing. And then we would, then we'd go into the water with the boats, and we would do some more laser tag with like jet skis and stuff like that. No gambling this time. I lost a lot of money last time. He was really good with that.
Good. He took you for all you got.
Yeah, I'd probably like to finish off at like the steakhouse in Canada
Okay.
and eat some good steak and then finish off with the fireworks show there. I always think the fireworks shows are really good there. Oh, I would have to have like pulled pork nachos because I'm just there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you gotta have the nachos.
I'd see if we go to the fireworks, and maybe fireworks show would be late there at Magic Kingdom, and I would go to the Polynesian Pavilion, eat pulled pork nachos, and watch the fireworks there. So 2 fireworks shows. Get in the monorail. He'd be in the front, tooting the horn.
Yeah.
You know, that I think that would be great. Finish the night, pull pork, and some Dole Whips, and watching the fireworks at the Polynesian Pavilion.
Yeah.
I think that would make me really happy. And Walt too, yeah, sure.
Yeah. And Walt.
All right.
Yeah, Peter, what's your day gonna be?
You gonna do
like?
conventional like Jackie, or gonna go like, I'm gonna do something different?
So, like, it's one of those.
hard.
It's hard to figure out what would Walt want to go see
There's so
and do.
much.
And like, I think last time I did a very like laissez-faire, just like, yeah, he does whatever he wants sort of thing. I think this time I'll be a little bit more structured and guided because this is something he's not even familiar with.
Yeah.
I think I was going to start him off with the loop of resorts around the Magic Kingdom.
I thought about
Check
doing
resort hopping.
resorts.
Resort hopping, looking at the 3 main resorts
I
there.
think he would enjoy the
Um,
resorts.
Like seeing that, like, you know, these, because those 3 are super iconic hotel structures and design and everything, not including the DVC that they're building at Polynesian. That's something else.
I didn't even know they were doing a DVC.
They're building
thing.
this huge tower.
It looks bad.
Is it gonna be behind it,
It's
or is it
to
gonna be
the
next
side.
to it? Is it between the wedding
It's,
pavilion?
you know
Yeah.
where like the Aloha show is?
Yeah.
Where it was?
That's
where
it's
it
in.
is.
They
Okay.
got rid of the show and put
I get it. It's
a giant
it's
square
expensive.
building there. And so, yeah, I would, you go from Polynesian, and see that, because I think he'd really enjoy the theming there. And then you go to like the Floridian Pavilion and like
What
the
time
elegance.
of year? What time of year?
It doesn't matter. I don't
Okay.
care. I didn't put that into my thing.
You don't want the holiday.
Whatever.
It's like
I
it's
would
either
do
it's holiday. You want to do
Christmas,
Christmas.
yeah.
We could do Christmas. It doesn't matter to me. There's going to be so much to do in this day.
It's true. It'd be overwhelming too.
Right. And so, like...
Because you're not getting a true feel of what it's like there.
Right. Because, like, I want him to experience it as it is.
Normally is.
Right? Like...
Christmas really elevates things,
It makes things
and it's
a lot more
like, and it
magical.
kind of hides
It's-
the beauty in what's already there.
Correct. That's one of the, I think, the issues a lot of people have with, like, Haunted Mansion overlay with the Nightmare Before Christmas is that, like, it's nice, but the original is also really nice as
Yeah.
well. But, yeah, so, like, we check out, the Floridian, very beautiful hotel resort. You can even show him the wedding pavilion, and, like, he would, I think he would really like the idea of, like, oh, we're really creating fairy tale experiences here. And then show him the uniqueness of the contemporary resort with the Mary Blair mural there. Like, he would really appreciate that most likely and be like, oh, that's beautiful that she got to
Yeah.
do this. While riding the monorail loop.
Yeah.
And then it'll bring us back to the TTC where we'll take the ferry over to Magic Kingdom.
The boat of death.
Yes.
You're gonna take Walt on the boat of death,
Yes.
where
I think
dreams
I think
come
it's
to die after
it's-
you go to the park.
Is it full of people, or are you guys like by yourself?
I think he's fine with people.
Okay. So it's
I think-
I guess I'm
Walt's-
thinking of it leaving the park. It's miserable.
I'm going
there.
I'm going
It's
to the park
like,
because
okay, I'm excited. I'm going to the
you're-
park.
You're approaching the castle, and so there's that level of excitement. Walt
He's like,
likes,
now that's a castle.
Walt,
Yeah.
Walt was a person of the people. So he liked being around
Yeah,
other people.
ride that boat after the park ends. See how much you
We're-
are of the people.
We are leaving that park before we get to that point.
Ugh.
But I'd show introduce him to the Magic Kingdom. Obviously, like he'll recognize similar themes to Disneyland. Be like, okay, yeah, I recognize this and that. Like he'll probably be like, yes, the castle is a lot bigger and it looks very beautiful. I would, I don't want to push him onto giant roller coasters because
Come on. Walt on Tron.
I do like him, the idea with the cigarette playing, doing Tron.
But I think he would enjoy certain avenues. I think he would really enjoy the Fantasyland area. Like, I think he'd really enjoy the Little Mermaid attraction. And
You can take him to the tunnels.
yes, that I'm getting
Stinky
there.
tunnels.
I'm getting to the stinky tunnels, okay? But I'd also take him over to the People Mover, because on the People Mover, there is his display from the World's Fair
Oh, yeah.
of the City of Tomorrow.
Ah,
It did-
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
That he'll be able to, like, he goes, oh, yeah.
Still
that was-
here?
It's still here. And it looks great. They keep it looking good. And he says, you only got a portion of it here. It's not the whole thing.
Ugh.
Awkward.
And then, like, I wouldn't necessarily go on a lot of attractions.
Sure.
Just because, like, there's just a lot to do. Like, he would obviously, oh, this Carousel of Progress is still here. Like, we haven't...
He'll be like, what's so tomorrow about this place?
Why do you still have this attraction? This attraction was back in the 60s.
Yeah.
It's over 60 years old. But I would take him to the tunnels because that was
His idea.
It was his idea.
That was his idea. And so, like, for him to see the inner workings,
He would like that.
he would really like that. Yes, it would smell.
He'd probably be more
and
impressed with the tunnels than he would be at the park because he's like, this is like
Correct.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
Correct. He would be so impressed because that's what he wanted for Disneyland.
He liked
you
the
know?
efficiency of it.
He goes, oh my gosh, yes, people can go from anywhere. And, oh, you funnel the garbage through here? Like, the guests don't even get to see the garbage?
Nope.
And
Only the cast members. As soon as you said the garbage, just like the distinct memory just hit me. Like the tunnels became very visual because that smell of
Yes.
like garbage hits you. Like, yeah,
Yeah. And then, of course, we'd go eat at Subway. No. I'm just-
man, that was the worst.
But yeah, I mean, just showing him that, like, I would show him a video. I've talked about this video before with you guys. Back when we talked about our the 80s Epcot, there's a video made by Defunctland that did this musical history of the development of Epcot Center, and it's so beautifully done. Go check it out. It is about an hour long, but it's very like passive, and it really paints the picture as to like what they went through when developing Epcot. And then after showing him that, I would then take him over to Epcot. With him having that understanding that they tried to do what you wanted
This
to
is
do.
the reality we have to face
Yeah.
post
Correct.
you. Like, you could sell it, but
Correct.
you're not here.
Right.
Correct.
We're
so
left
that,
with
that way it's not
skeptics.
like, look how they ruined your dream. Like,
This
he
is-
needs to...
That's not the approach I'm going
No,
towards.
and I'm not saying that
Yeah.
you guys were going that direction, but like...
It's just the joke of
Yeah.
like,
It
this is
re-
not your dream, but sometimes, there's a reality that everyone has to face when they're dreaming.
Right. And so, I mean, and you guys kind of hit some of the points that I was, you show them Spaceship Earth. That's a pretty integral one that he would get into. There's
Especially with laser tag.
a laser tag, yeah, with Bob Gurr. Bob Gurr would totally do that too.
That would be a great image.
Bob Gurr would totally play laser tag with Walt Disney inside Spaceship Earth.
You get 10 points for hitting guests. Guests have to wear a hat and it just like dings. It's kind of like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
But he would really enjoy that, you know, like he would see all these animatronics. Because, like, there really wasn't a show around that displayed that many animatronics in his lifetime. Like, he died before Pirates of the Caribbean opened. So, like, there wasn't really, it was the Tiki Room. That was, like, the most animatronics in a room that he'd really, like, experienced to show.
Carousel Progress.
Yeah.
Even then, that's very, like, there's, like, 5 in each one, maybe, you know? But, like, Spaceship Earth has, like, dozens and dozens of them. Even many former presidents are in there too, because they recasted those same molds from the Hall of Presidents into the Spaceship Earth.
Or they just turn them into mannequins that just move their head.
Yep. And so yeah, I would show them that. I would definitely take them over to the American Adventure, like 100%. That would be the show to take him.
It's probably one of the most reverent places you can go.
Absolutely. Yeah. He would that like if I was to pick one show for him to go see, that would be the one show to take him to.
I forgot about that show. That's a solid show for him.
Yeah. You know, I think he would really get a kick out of World Showcase. I think the concept behind World Showcase is a very genius idea of let's celebrate the different cultures around the world.
Yeah.
We're different, but we're not enemies.
Correct.
We don't have to be enemies,
We don't
especially in
have
a
to be
post-World War
enemies.
II era.
Right.
And the messaging that he's trying to convey.
And so, like, it's just about unifying. And so the other aspect was storytelling. That was a big aspect for Walt Disney. I wouldn't spend too much time at Epcot. I would probably move on, take the boat over to Hollywood Studios, and this is where we would probably end our day.
Interesting.
Runaway?
I would take him to Runaway. I mean,
Yeah.
of course. I mean, he's
Mickey Mouse.
He's Mickey Mouse's #1 fan.
And it's like, it's a
It's a
new
catchy
ride.
song.
It's a new ride,
It's a
too.
new
It
ride.
is crazy
it's
fun.
good storytelling. And and he could ride that and he'd be like, let's ride it again, but in a different seat. And he'd be like, oh wow, it's a different ride experience.
The technology of it is great.
And he would be in awe of it. Okay. I would also take him over to Tower of Terror. I think that is another one of those masterpieces of storytelling
Without a movie.
without a movie.
Well, there is a movie, but
It was, yeah.
It's a movie that they don't even show on Disney Plus.
no.
But it's still a good movie. I still like that movie. But like it's a really immersive experience. Like he doesn't even have to ride the ride. Just going through the attraction queue space is just like amazing.
Oh, he has to ride it.
I know. I'm imagining
That's the whole-
Walt
It's-
on
I just-
Tower.
He's like,
giving
no,
him
oh,
the
come on. We're
option.
just going to go up and see different floors. And like, yeah.
I can just imagine the straight face of like wide eyes.
Don't worry, there's a picture.
Photo evidence.
It's gonna
Walt
be,
was here.
It's going to be fun.
The
The kids are going to love it.
And then I would probably close with going to Fantasmic. Yes, it's not the best version of Fantasmic, but it's
Hey, but they
still
got a
good
dragon.
show. It's still a good show.
Yeah.
It's a solid show.
You
That's
can eat
like,
Mickey bars.
Yeah, of course. Why not? You can eat Mickey bars, turkey legs, whatever he wants. You know, he can have Walt's chili. He can have his chili.
He wants his chili.
You know, and then
He like spits it out. He's like, this is not my chili.
He's
Take
like-
my name off of this.
He's like, I hate chili.
I want him to. My goal in my day with him would be to show him that, yes, although it was not what you had expected or was dreamed of, but look at what we have accomplished.
Still here, still running, still fun.
What you have
Yeah.
inspired, because, like, even though he's been dead for
60 years.
long time, he still inspires all of this
New
innovation.
dreaming. Yeah.
He still does. Like, you talk to the Imagineers today, and they still hold Walt's vision to the highest standard.
What would Walt do?
What would Walt do? That is and to show him that, like, you know, his what's the word I'm looking for? His vision, his way of thinking,
Kind of his mantra.
his
of,
mantra never faded. It's still there. Yes, is there internal, you know, corporate garbage that takes place?
But the
Yes.
spirit of Walt's
But
there.
the spirit of Walt is still in the theme parks. And that's the one thing I always tell people who always come at me and be like, the company's evil, da 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 da, da, and be like, yes, I get, you know, the corruption within corporate.
Yeah.
I get the evil, but it's fun, and the turkey legs are to die for.
But and I talk about, like, the theme parks is where you truly still get Walt. It is the only place in the company I feel you still have the spirit of Walt.
Parents can be with kids. Parents can have fun with kids.
Yes.
They can
Yeah.
be kids.
It's for children of all ages.
Yep.
Everyone's welcome.
Unless you're a Disney adult.
Unless you're Disney adult.
Then you're
Shame on
enemy
you.
to society.
Then you're an enemy and scum of the earth. Obi-Wan Kenobi would say, I've never met him of.
But yeah, like, I would want him feeling like happy with what he left. Because I know in his last days, he probably left really upset, really sad that he's not going to be able to accomplish everything that he's dreamt of. And I want him to leave the day feeling
That it was carried on still.
it was carried on to an extent,
Sure.
and still inspires people today. So that's what I would do with Walt.
Yeah. We all had different approaches with Walt,
Laser tag.
like we always do. But let us know what are some things you would want to do with Walt Disney in Florida. And you know, you can email us, you can message us on our social medias. Follow us on Twitter or whatever. X, sorry. And let us know what you think. And with that being said, have a magical day.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Matterhorn Yodelers. Please remember, before your bobsled comes to a complete stop, to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember,
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.